This is a gaming show where we keep you up to date with the latest Nintendo related gaming news, and sometimes we also cover PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. We do sometimes, especially today. On today's show, Sony have just held their latest state of play for the Summer Game Fest season, and I am pleased with what I saw. I'm happy with it. Although the state of play was missing some first party offerings, you know, Sony were hungry for the first party games, Sony still did manage to deliver a wildly entertaining. They gave us 55 minutes of interesting, intriguing, good looking third party games. So without further ado, I'm going to run down some of the games that Sony announced last night at their state of play, some of the games that I think are fantastic, that I really want to buy. So we're going to have to start from the top. We're going to go all the way to the top. You got love on top, baby, 'cause you're the one that I love, baby. Sony opened their state of play with a personal favourite game of mine, Lumines Lumines. I do not know how to pronounce this game, but this game is fantastic.
Running through our veins, heartbeat, love is making waves.
Lumines Arise. Lumines Arise. Lumines Arise? I don't know what it's called. Does anybody know the pronunciation of this actually? Lumines is a rhythm puzzle game which is developed by the creator of Tetris Effect. Lumines, I don't know what I'm going to call it. Lumines, should I call it Lumines? Lumines, I think it's Lumines. Anyway, Lumines was originally released on the PlayStation Portable way back in the early 2000s. I love the music in this game, I love the graphics, however I think that this game's taken too much inspiration from Tetris Effect. Sometimes when you play Tetris Effect it can be very hard to see what's going on the screen because there's particle effects flying all over the place, and it looks like they've now adopted that graphical style for this new game, which I'm going to be honest, it looks a bit, it's a bit too much for me. It's too many particle effects, there's all these crazy warped pixels when you play in the game. It looks like it's going to be a bit hard to see, it's going to look like it's going to be hard to know where I need to place my blocks. It is a bit, I'm not going to lie, it's a bit overwhelming, but I'm looking forward to playing that game anyway when it comes out later on this year. Is it coming out this year? Pragmata! What is this game? Does anybody know what this game is? Capcom shown off a trailer for a video game that I do not recognise. What is this game? Does anybody know what it is? Pragmata is a space adventure action horror game coming from Capcom. They actually shown us this trailer before, way back in 2020, but obviously that was literally just before COVID, so that memory's long gone out of my head. They showed off a trailer for this game way back in 2020, and then the game was supposed to actually be released in 2022. It got pushed back till 2023. 2023 came round, the game still didn't even come out. Now it's 2025, they're telling us it's coming out in 2026. I'm not actually that bothered because I don't know what this game is. I actually forgot about it. I'd like to see more about it. I would like to see more of this game. Capcom hasn't given us much information on the game, but like aesthetically, this game kind of reminds me of, do you know that game on the Xbox 360, Vanquish? It kind of reminds me like that. Also, is it just me, or does this little girl remind you of like Megan? Do you know Megan from the horror film, that little AI doll? Does this girl not look like Megan? It's giving Megan. Anyway, I'm always happy to see what Capcom have got for me, so I will be keeping my eyes peeled for this game. Romeo is a bad man! I mean, Romeo is a dead man! Oh my, I can't get over this title.
Romeo is a dead man.
Yes, to the 51 and Grasshopper manufacturer are at it again. Yes, the developers of No More Heroes are back with another crazy, over-the-top and very stylish action game. I have to go say it one more time, I just love the title of this game.
Romeo is a dead man.
Romeo is a dead man. Romeo done. Should be called Romeo is a bad man. But anyway, I digress. This trailer looks absolutely bonkers. Like, how is this not No More Heroes 4? Now, I know Suda51 said he was done with No More Heroes. The trilogy's complete. He's probably not going to go back to it. But this just gives No More Heroes the way that the character moves, the combat, the way that he's got the sword, the way that the enemies just burst into showers of pixelated blood. Like, it's all giving No More Heroes 4, but just with a different art style. I'm not gonna lie, I am super excited for this game. When I saw the trailer, I was immediately impressed. That trailer at the beginning was crazy.
You're gonna die! Romeo, listen up! You're gonna die in about 15 seconds!
Seriously?
Seriously, don't worry. I made this just in case. The Dead Gear Life Support System. Don't move, okay?
Gimme this game. Romeo is a bad man. I mean, Romeo is a dead man. Will be launching on PlayStation 5 in 2026. Please come to Nintendo Switch, please. Silent Hill F. Yes, the newest installment in the Silent Hill series is finally hitting PlayStation console this year. I think it's this year. September! Yeah, it's coming out in September. September! Oh my god. And so there's a lot of interest in the Silent Hill game, as it's the first one to be set in Japan. And you know that the Japanese love that creepy, unsettling, psychological, tapped up horror. So I'm excited to play this game. It should be freaky. I'm not gonna lie, the trailer looked alright. The trailer did look alright, but I really wanted to be grossed out, I wanted to be scared, and I didn't really get that from this footage. Maybe I need to see more of it. But I'm pretty sure that this game is going to be a massive hit anyway, so yeah, I mean, give me this game as well. Love horror. This next game is too bonkers not to mention. I've got to give a shout out. I really want this game. Every time I see it, it just... take my money, baby steps.
Toilet?
Toilet?
Yeah, I just need to pee.
How badly?
Just normal. Bad.
Just go behind this bush, I'll wait.
I went away.
Baby steps, I think this is just a walking simulator. I don't think you have to do anything else apart from get a man from A to B. Sony have been teasing this game for ages now, and I think we've had about 3 trailers for this game over the last few years, but every time I see it, it looks hilarious. It's a game about walking, but for some reason it looks like it's the hardest thing to do ever. It's weird, it's unusual, it's funny, I want it. Baby Steps is coming out on September the 5th, September the 8th, I can't remember. Sometime in September. Sony also gave us a look at some other titles that are hitting PlayStation 5 later on in this year and next year. And you know what? They actually still are releasing games for PlayStation 4. Sony announced games for PlayStation 4 last night. I'm not gonna lie, I legit thought that you'd stop supporting PlayStation 4. But lo and behold, there's still games coming out for it. There was a cool looking game called Hiragami. It's a game where you play as a piece of paper that can fold up into different animals to give you various abilities. The game's got a nice art style. Looks like it's going to have varied gameplay styles. The game looks decent, fam. We also got another look at Ninja Gaiden Ragebound. I need this game. I love the 2D pixel art style. With this and Shinobi coming out later on this year, it looks like we are in for an absolute treat if you are a fan of side-scrolling beat-em-ups. And we also got another Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. It looks okay. I just think we don't need this. It seems to be focusing on the original trilogy of games, and strangely enough, there's a Game Boy version on there. I mean, I would have liked to have seen them include the 3D Mortal Kombat games in this collection. You know, Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks is one of my favourite Mortal Kombat games ever. I'd like to see Mortal Kombat 4. I used to love playing that on my N64, and yeah, fair enough, the Mortal Kombat 3D games aren't amazing, like the 2D ones, but we'll still want to see it. Sony also announced the remake of Final Fantasy Tactics, which I'm not a fan of, to be honest. I'm not a Final Fantasy fan, but I know that people love this game. People are raving about it. I like the art style for this Final Fantasy Tactics remakes that they've made. I'd love if Nintendo would remake Golden Sun from the Game Boy Advance, but in this art style. I'd love that. Buy that. I'd snap it up. Anyway. Sony also making an arcade stick, a fighting arcade stick, which seems a bit pointless to me. Like, a fighting game so popular that Sony feel the need to make an officially licensed first-party arcade stick. Why would Sony need to release their own fighting stick? Well, it turns out they might need to release it because Sony dropped the biggest announcement for me during this State of Play. That we are getting a brand new Marvel fighting game. It looks like it's the spiritual successor to Marvel vs. Capcom 3, although it is not, because it is not developed by Capcom. Yes, Sony announced that we will be getting, what is it called? Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls.
Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls.
this game is coming out in 2026 and it looks absolutely incredible. It's a collaboration between Marvel, Sony and Artwork Systems, like I've just said. So I don't think this is going to be coming out on other consoles, I'm not going to lie, and I'm absolutely gutted. Unlike Marvel vs. Capcom, which is a 3-on-3 fighting game, Arc Systems have actually taken this game to the next level. They've kicked it up a notch and they've created a 4v4 fighter. Now I'm not going to lie, my brain can't process 4v4, like playing 3v3 is enough. I'm getting old now, do you know what I mean? I don't know if I can handle these games. It's probably going to be absolutely insane, but I just love it. Yeah, I'm not going to lie, I'm invested. For me, this is the game of the show, absolutely hands down. I cannot wait to play this game. It looks amazing. So yes, that's everything from the Sony State of Play. I mean, there were a couple more games, but to be honest, I'm not really bothered about them. When I watched the initial Sony State of Play last night, I came away feeling a bit disappointed. But then I've rewatched it again today. I'm like, nah, do you know what? That is banging. It's banging. It was a really good show. And it wasn't amazing, do you know what I mean? I can't give it an A+. I can't even give it an A. It's probably going to get B-, maybe a B+. The thing for me though is that we've not seen any first party Sony games for ages. Where's Wolverine? Where's the new God of War? What's Sony Santa Monica doing? What are the Japanese studios doing? Like, I want to see some original groundbreaking first party games utilising the power of the PlayStation 5. Like, where's Naughty Dog's game? Intergalactic, whatever you want to call it. Like, it's probably too early to see that as well. But do you know what I mean? I want to see some stellar tentpole PlayStation 5 titles, and I'm not really getting them. And because I'm not getting that, I always think that these states of plays are no good. But when you actually look at them, it was actually a really good showing. It had a bit of everything. Brand new games from Capcom, new fighting games, updates for old games, new original games like Horigami, whatever it's called. I'm happy. I'm happy with this. So, for the first digital event of the Summer Games Fest season, Sony, you get a B+. You get a B+. So anyway, I need to go because it is Nintendo Switch Day. my Switch 2 is going to be here literally in about 2 hours. So I need to go and get ready. I need to go and do an unboxing video. I need to play Mario Kart. I need to get my hands on it. So I've got to go. I'm going to wait for the postman. But yeah, stay tuned. That's all we have time for today. We will be back with another episode of NNN shortly after the Microsoft Xbox Showcase, which is on June the 8th. I will be dropping more videos on Nintendo Switch 2, unboxing. I'm going to be playing Welcome World Tour. I'm going to get Fast Fusion Remix. I'm going to play Mario Kart World Tour. Just log on, and yeah, bye.